I wanted to come by to thank you.
She's drunk.
Thank you. It will only be as strong as our willingness to fight for it.
Will it only be as strong as our willingness? It's been 28 days since Kamala Harris has been the nominee, and she still has given 0 formal interviews, 0 official press conferences. But credit where it's due, she finally went off script and answered a question. It didn't go great. Didn't they make a movie about this? Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh.
Which brings us to...
Scary times.
Which brings us to, and this will set up, of course, the segment we have on Is She a Drunk? The answer is yes, but we'll prove why. Today in Kamala.
I can imagine what can be and be unburdened by what has been, you know?
Our election is about understanding the importance of this beautiful country of ours in terms of what we stand for around the globe as a democracy. I'm buying pickles and barbecue sauce. As a democracy. Ah, Dougie, there they are. Yeah. Thank you.
I know you want those. There you go. Over there.
We know there's a duality to the nature of democracy.
I do, and this is my go-to, the original nacho cheese.
Incredibly strong and incredibly fragile. Knowing that you will be undefeated even if you don't win every game, but no circumstance or event or moment will defeat your spirit.
How is the meat?
That was her voice?
Well,
Seriously?
haven't had it today. One day at a time, one day at a time. I can imagine what can be and be unburdened by what has been, you know?
So the thing that stands out to me from
Chuck
all
Taylors?
those clips is that no one around her seems even remotely content.
I just... Yes, it's the people in the background are all just like...
Which makes sense when you understand how abusive alcoholics can be. So another
drunks, not
clip
alcoholics.
has resurfaced, I guess, where Kamala is talking to a crowd in Madison, Wisconsin. There's been some speculation, and by speculation, I mean you have eyes and ears.
I wanted to come by to thank you.
She's drunk.
Thank you. Because when we think about the strength of our democracy, you know, I think that there's a duality to the nature of
She had a
democracy.
Gainer's center of gravity.
When it's intact, oh, it's so strong.
Saying lines from her scripted speech.
In terms of what it does to uphold and protect individual rights and freedoms. It's so strong in its nature.
I feel like having a beer right now.
Very fragile. It will only be as strong as our willingness to fight for it.
Will it only be as strong as our willingness?
It's very strong.
Our willingness to fight.
Bring it in for a hug.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh,
yes. Let's be honest. It was basically an instructional. This has led the internet to do some digging, and then we had to verify. Okay, what that exists in the internet here is true, because there's some clips out there that are slowed down. There are some that are edited. I think some have used some AI. So what I can tell you is you can check all the references at louderwithcrowder.com. Link in the description. What you are about to see, these are accurate clips from the original sources.
Oh, no.
And I will be careful with my wording and refer to them as drunk adjacent.
Everything is in context. My mother she would give us a hard time sometimes, and she would say to us, I don't know what's wrong with you young people. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? Our extraordinary President Joe Biden. And he's gonna speak in a minute, but there's a lot
Worst
of love
toast
in this room
ever.
for our president. He's getting a fresh turkey?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's being delivered
And so
tomorrow.
just 1 minute out. I have 1 minute.
Yeah.
Kosher salt, fresh ground pepper, maybe chop up a little thyme, and then you can mix it even with. Okay, so do the salt and pepper all over it, just lather that baby up. I call myself a joyful warrior. Right?
No.
You could also chop up, but not with the thyme, just the salt and pepper.
No time.
Mix that up also
we got
with
time
some
for that.
thyme. You could even do a
Well, thyme's
rosemary
back.
if you want. Under the skin with some butter before you're gonna cook it. Never let anyone take your joy from you.
That's her favorite Chardonnay.
You do what you gotta do. And as a woman, there's a balance to be struck between being tough and being a bitch.
Yes, America, you're about to be ruled potentially by Pinterest mom.
Here, baby, have some. Go to sleep.
President Kamala Harris, or as they know her at the bar, Handy Harris. Because let's be...
That's a line of guys.
Long line.
Do you think it was like maybe like Hennessy, or do you think it's like an India Pale Ale?
Well,
Which one? I just want to know.
Dude, she's drunker than I was in my mugshot.
yeah,
Have you seen that?
And Nick Nolte. Kahlua Kamala that's what I could imagine. Kahlua Kamala, that's what they're calling her. Kahlua Kamala. At VP Irish Car Bomb. I hear she's creamy but smooth going down.
She looks almost as drunk as her husband when he has to light her Kwanzaa candles. The little black menorah.
It's the three symbols of African unity, even though no one in Africa celebrates it. Or India, don't know what she is. She looks like she's playing rock, paper, stroke is what she looks like.
Well, stroke
she's
always
playing
wins.
right there, yes.
Come on.
And her family's there. That's good.
Now, I'm not saying that Donald Trump should focus on this. He absolutely
No,
should not.
no,
but
but-
we can spend time on this because it's funny. And personal opinion, I absolutely think that she was soused. I just want to be very, very clear.
Oh yeah. Actually, they interviewed her. She answered her first question this morning. They said, "What have you been doing the last 3 years?" She said, "Give me a break. I was drunk."
Yes.
I can't remember.
Yeah, she's the only person who's going to have to blow into a device so Air Force
Yes.
One can lift off.
Everybody should troll her campaign and just mail her those little BAC things, the portable breathalyzers that
Yes.
you can take.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
be past this. Come on, do it right now, Kamala.
Look, here's the thing, and
Anytime,
you guys,
any place.
if you guys want to send, tips to us, lwctips@protonmail.com. If you work in the hotels,
Yeah.
show us how many of the miniature bottles are missing from the minibar.
Just show us a picture. Got to be able to prove it.
So look, we can't say, and I question you genuinely. Do you think she's a drunkard?
Yes.
I can't, but we can tell you. Few
She
key.
just likes brunch.
Yes, she just likes brunch. Her and Brian Stelter.
Every
they
single
have-
meal is brunch.
So during her time in the Senate, she was a part of the wine caucus.
Okay.
All right.
Well, that's fine, but
She picks up her wine orders using a pseudonym.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She does seem to host a lot of late night ragers with lady senators. She drinks her wine with ice, which is probably the most offensive portion
How
of all.
dare
And she also had a line of whiskey inspired by her. Also, she finds herself tremendously inspired by whiskey.
Is it Mad Dog 2024?
oh, come on.
And they are making a movie about her life, which it seems like this may be foreshadowing, starring Denzel Washington, called Vices.
I was drunk. I'm drunk now. I'm drunk right now.
They went with a more serious, less laughing version, but
I'm drunk right now. Okay. How else are you supposed to go down on Willie Brown, right? You tell me, huh?
them saggy ass
Horrifying.
balls.
Saggy ass ball. I wish he took less time. All right.
Open up cases on all of you.
Dean Martin ain't got nothing on me. So, she's a drunk. She's a drunk. That's all. It's fun. It's fun to have a laugh. We'll get to her economic policy, which is terrifying. And you know she didn't write it because it wasn't riddled with typos. And every other paragraph saying that she really loves you. Here's another fast.
We should hang out more, man.
Yeah. That's what she says to everybody who never responds. So Wisconsin's Minoka Brewing Company, they also have a 9.7% ABV beer named
Nice.
La It's named after Harris. Now, that's just kind of funny. It doesn't mean she has anything to do with this brewery, but the brewery also has an Antifa Oktoberfest, the Labor Lager, and MAGA tiers. So anyone out there, if you happen to be in that area of Wisconsin, don't go there.
Yeah, never drink that beer, ever.
Don't spend any money on it.
Also, she did, Birds of a Feather. You've heard that? Mm-hmm. You know how it ends?
Mm-hmm. Birds of a feather.
Flocking.
Well, they get drunk.
Stick together.
So, yeah, because they eat the fermented berries. She did pick a running mate who has a DUI on his record.
It's true.
And he does look like perpetually drunk Faces of Death Gerald Ford. My point is...
Looks pretty cool to me.
Jeez.
I just...
Looks like a cool guy you go out with.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll take the hit, dude. Don't worry about it.
She seems drunk, but the policies that she's proposed, even from like pro-Barack Obama economists, their response has basically been, with the rollout of her economic policy or the proposals, the response has been like, yeah, she's drunk. Hey, if you're still watching, you can comment below or click this video playing in a box. Shut up.
I just need
Shut up. You can tune in live weekdays, 10 a.m. Eastern, because that's the full show. Which you can say, shut.
I didn't say anything.
I know you didn't say anything. I could feel it. Click like.